Hello, Chanda baby. Okay, so as you can see, I already have everything pre-made. It's missing like just blue, pink, and green, but these are two different greens. These are two different pinks, and this is a different blue. And like this one, and this one. They're all supposed to emulate Monet's color palette as a research I found on the YouTube. Um, I'm trying a new setup for you guys. This is actually how I do things all the time because I focus on doing mini canvases. Yeah, trying to make art affordable. And I'm not talking about like, you can make art affordable by like making a piece and then copying it, putting it to digital, printing a bunch of copies for it. That is art, but it's not the art that I'm looking for. I want people to get a more traditional, if I could say it like that, way of art. But what I really mean is like, I just really like when people are interested in oil paintings because that is my favorite medium. This is not that, and it's a little too. These are pines, and this is what appears to be grass, but it's actually just the background. But the dirt, basically, I need to put some grass and flowers. It's gonna look real cute when I'm done with it. This one, I really like it. And the strokes are a little bit unconfident, to say the least. I do use this one with a flat. Was it flat? I don't think I see it here. Maybe this one? Yeah, I think maybe this one, which is a flat number 3, I think. Cannot remember. Maybe a 2. But this is to be a Yayoi Kusama inspired art. You know, she has her dots and I have my scales. Love dragons. Now this one is just red. But this is a very interesting red. It took me, I think, about like 5 mixings of 4 different types of red, and then a little bit of blue, a little bit of pink. You can tell on the hair. Yeah, you can tell over here a little bit of the different colors. But yeah, no, I really like this red. Appreciate it. And it's supposed to be with a really light pink, which I have it stored over here. It's supposed to go with this pink right here. No, it's right. This pink. As you can tell, I have put on this red, which is this one, and I made the little lists of what colors I use. This is the blue on the scale one. Now, this is actually really cool. You can think that this is a white because of the dark background, but this is actually a lighter blue. As you can tell me over here, it's not really technically white. But the same I wanted to emulate with the red. This is a dark red, this is a light pink, but when put together, it will look like white. High contrast. Now this one is my cobalt blue, which I made in here for my Monet inspired palette, because that is one of my goals, to make a Monet painting. And as part of my business format, I will specify or specialize in One second, I got my hand dirty. Not specialized, that's a wrong word. But I want to have a collection, a permanent collection of famous paintings replicas. I don't want to be like a master copy because I am not expecting it to look exactly the same, but more of the idea that you have a favorite art piece and you're okay with it not being the original, but because it's so small, you could have it at your desk, you could take it on your bag or give it to your kid, which mainly that's what I thought. Think about the kids. um I thought, what if we let kids choose their own forms of traditional art, especially oil, and that gets them a little bit more acquainted with the arts, with oleo pastel, impressionism, chiaroscuro, alla prima, and that just inspires a little bit more to get cultured with history, art techniques, knowledge, and overall all of the sense of what humanity has been able to accomplish throughout the years. Right? You cannot see because water bottle. Oh, here is another one, but I'm not gonna say I'm proud of this one. But if you like it, hey, let me know. This is another Jojo Kusama, but it's a little bit all over the place because I didn't had a good idea how to start. There's some like curves in here, and then I was like, what if I made the curve bigger? I was like, I don't know. What if I make just like scales again? And then I was like, I don't care for them anymore. I'm just gonna do one big line. Like I like the feel, one big line, one big line, one big line, and I was like, I'm done with the one big lines. I want a circle, so I do a circles. Well, it's technically a spiral, but it's a circular motion. So I made this mess, but I think it's a good training piece. Just to show you, these are the same colors, but flipped. Black on white, white on black. This part is technically blue, but you get it. I will have to go deep on the researching and the practicing for all of these pieces that I want to make, which I will think and do it in another video. Because right now, this is my introduction. I have my oleo pastel bottle, I have my impasto bottle, French yellow ochre deep, which I got it for another piece that I will tell you later. That one will have to make another setup for because it's a big canvas. Now we're gonna go for the classics. You should always have that one in your basics of oleo painting. This is a French ultramarine synthetic because real French ultramarine can be toxic. Ooh. It took us a while to figure that one. Radiant hue. That's your deep. These are all deep colors that you have to like lighten up with other lighter colors or with white, and that creates like your basic line of traditional oil painting. Obviously, some people, some artists said, I don't want to be like everybody and made their own paints. And that's why we have variety. It's a spectrum. Right. Raw umber, which is our browns. A permanent alistering crimson, which is also another synthetic. I think. Don't call me on that. I have ivory black because sometimes making black is a lot of work. And if you don't know, it's basically putting all of these four basic colors together in different kind of quantities to achieve different kind of blacks. I like a reddish and brown the most. for a rather warm tone gray, but I'm gonna be honest, I usually use the green and blue to make a colder gray because I like cold stuff. Okay, then you have your, I call it printer colors, but I'm pretty sure it has a name and I forgot. So this is a quinacridone magenta, Hansa yellow medium, and your turquoise. These are colors that your printer has, and it can create a wide variety of colors, just like the printer. But I haven't still mastered that color wheel, so I will still stay in on my practice models. Now, just for fun, I like to purchase a wide variety of colors from different brands, from different aspects, different stuff. Winter is can be expensive, but it usually has a lot of accessible. This is a I cannot count, so I will not attempt to. This is a bunch of colors I got in a little packet for trial to see how they would. I use them quite a bit. This one right here, the cadmium yellow hue, almost gone. I will purchase a big one. I didn't know how I would like it, and I love it. But yeah, I mean, you can see that they have some of the basics, some of the not so basics, like your permanent rose. And there's this pale rose blush, and this cadmium red, this scarlet. One second. The Scarlet Lake, which I see it now. I see it. It took me a while, but we got there in the end. Yeah, I use them a lot actually, but I would like to keep it on the safe space and only get the ones that I need once I know I'm done. Kind of like with this too. I like jellos, but it's what's crazy. I enjoy working with jello because it can create lightness in color without making them opaque. But it's a tricky. It's tricky. Tricky. Yeah. Mm, I am first and foremost taught in professional brush strokes. This is a flat number 6 from, I forgot who, but fancy, useful. You can see that it's like very used. First brush, amazing brush, hog hair, great. I don't know if it's real hog or synthetic hog, but I got me some new hog hair that from Chongqing. Woo! I'm waiting for it. This is a blusher. Oh, Master Touch is the name. That one sold, so you couldn't see it. This is an oval mop. This spread is really good to diffuminate, create like those ghostly looks. But yeah, after being taught for the first time, you are given a spatula or knife. They call it knives. And I thought that was really easy to maneuver, and I mostly did art with the knife, which is called knife art, which so easy. And you can tell I have different knives, but yeah, there are also so many types. I also got the little jars, airtight, to preserve some of these pigments for long. Sometimes I will. This is kind of like the first time, but I had it in mind for years because I take breaks, you know. But yeah, this is over like I think 7 years worth of art supplies. I have more. I have way more because even though oil paint is my favorite, I also do watercolor, which is not my best medium. I'm not really good at controlling the flow. Then I do color pencil. I like color pencil a lot. Sketching, charcoal. I love charcoal. I'm really good at charcoal. Crazy. But yeah, no, I am excited to start this journey, and you'll be welcome to watch me. Have a good one. Bye.